People come and go in your life, you know? And it's a thought I've always had. It's something we've always thought about. I've always thought about. You know, we meet people along our life, friends, and it's so amazing to have them. So amazing to have people by you who truly just make life fun. Truly make life fun. But as I grew older, I grew more wise. I started to figure out things for myself. And they started to figure out things for themselves. We slowly started to drift apart. There was that separation. Hey, you're going this way, I'm going that way. And it's bittersweet in a way. It's bittersweet. Because as much as I've cared for them, as much as, you know, I've loved to have them around, that realization and the fact that it's ending, it's a little sad, but I wish them nothing but the best. And I hope they wish me nothing but the same. And people just constantly come and go in your life. I've realized that in every area of life. As you grow older, you meet new people. I've met new people. And I've enjoyed the time I spent with them. But for the most part, it doesn't last forever. It doesn't last forever. Because we all have our own goals, our own dreams, or even just the way we are. They're there for the moment. You know, it doesn't last forever. So it's just truly enjoying every single moment that passes. All the laughter, all the joy that's brought. And even so, it's like there was this feeling of emptiness inside of me. There's this feeling of emptiness where I felt like something was missing. I felt like something was screaming at me just to figure out, this isn't for you. This is not for you. You know, in the sense that what I was doing on a day-to-day basis, it was draining. It was draining. It was suffocating. Because away from them, I was drowning myself in thoughts, drowning myself in just not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go. And they brought me that joy. They brought me that reason to keep just going, keep going. They didn't know it, but I truly was just suffering on the inside. And I'm glad they were there for the person I was at the time. You know, I got nothing but love and respect for them. But even so, it was like, as I was figuring stuff out, you know, dreams, the dream and vision I had for myself. And they had their own lives. They had their own things going on. So we just gradually drifted apart. You know, you're going this way, I'm going that way. And it's crazy to see it. It's a crazy experience that you spend so much time with this person. So much joy, so much laughter, so much just good energy, positive vibes, that you slowly start to talk to each other less. We were contacting each other less and less and less. And then one day, not at all. You know? And it felt like with some friends, if I was the one who had to contact them, I was the one who had to reach out, because they had their own life and they were busy. But at some point I was like, when will they reach out to me? You know, and they may not have ever done that. And that's okay. That was truly okay. Because we just kept growing. We kept moving on. We kept changing. And, you know, if some people were to look at me as who I am now compared to who I was before, they'd say, you changed. You've changed. And of course I've changed. Experience, pain, wisdom, just learning. Curiosity made me someone different, made me someone completely different. Even so, dreams and the vision I have for myself, it changed me. Because there was also just some other people, it was like, I could no longer be around them. For where I was going at, I could no longer be around them. And, you know, if none of them ever threw any criticism my way. No one ever did that. But I know that's something that could happen. You've changed, you switched up, you're fake. All these sorts of comments people can make. I know that could happen. I know that's happened to other people. And of course I've changed. I no longer want to be that same person who was trapped in the negative thought loops, the negative cycle of just depression, of just anxiety, of fear of the future, fear of not knowing. I no longer wanted to be that person. I didn't, but they didn't know that. They didn't know that. So once I just started being more to myself, just started doing what I wanted to do, living my own life for me, they saw that change. They're like, you switched up. You switched up. And I had to. I could no longer be that version of myself. And if you can't accept that, the door's right there. You can walk out. You can leave. And not only that in a hateful way, but at a certain point, it's like, you can't have everyone like that around you. You cannot have that around you. I don't want negative people around me. I don't want people who hold themselves back, people who degrade others. I don't want that around me. So it really came out of just accepting that I have switched up. I am no longer the same person, and that's okay. That's okay. You may have accepted me before, but if you want to accept me now, we can keep our lives going. You know, it's not always permanent that someone's in your life. It's not always a reason for people to be in your life. It's like it just happens. You just meet someone and it's like a great vibe. It's amazing, but it ends. And I just started talking less and less to certain people, to a lot of people, because we just had our own paths. We had our own things going on. And that's perfectly fine, because I still wish them nothing but the best. And I still see some of them from occasion to occasion. Like, there's a few that are in the spot where I play soccer. It's like a league. They're on different teams, but I still see them every once in a while. And it's still amazing vibes. It's still positivity. It's like, hey man, what's good? What's good? Like, it's all love. It's all love, you know? And even so, it's like, they'll still invite me to play soccer with them, like separate with some friends that they have. And I'll go, just because I know that I can still be cool with them. Which, you know, it's like, I can't always spend my time with them. And I'm just thinking, if there was ever negative people in my life, how could I have allowed myself to stay there? Because I know that's a lot of things. That's a lot for many people. They're around people who are just constantly draining, talking about negativity, gossip, and it's like, you try and set yourself apart from the path, from the rest of the people, and it's like they'll judge and criticize you. But you have to say, it's like, I'm sorry. Say I've switched up. Say I've changed. I have. I no longer want to be that person. I no longer want the same results. I no longer want to have the same life, the same attitude and perspective on life. I no longer want that. There is a hole that was missing, and I am finding it. I am filling up that hole with what I want. Because honestly, I know for a fact that if you're in a state of mind where it's just, you're constantly trying to please people, constantly just doing things for the sake of others, not even for the sake of yourself, just to keep a relationship that should have ended a long time ago. It's draining. It's tiring. It's exhausting. I know for a fact it is. And how long do you want to keep that going? Because being certain, being honest, I know that can hold you back. Keeping people around you who just constantly are negative, constantly try and put you down, constantly make your dreams seem small. It is painful. It is painful. And it's like, do you want to please them just for a momentary happiness, or do you want to separate yourself and do what you want? Truly do what you want. Live your own life. And you may have to cut ties with them. Do you want the cure or the remedy? The cure being living life for how you want it. The remedy just being a short temporary fix, a quick fix, which is just pleasing other people. Being in a crowd that no longer is right for you because you've changed. I've changed. I can no longer be around the same crowd. And it may even be family. It may even be family who's just constantly in this loop where it's like, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there no more. It is no longer for me. And you have to be clear with it. I was clear with it. I was clear in the fact that I don't want to be in that sort of space anymore. Like, sure, you can talk, you can say what's on your chest, but if something's on my chest and you don't even respond, you don't even put no effort to care, you just go on your phone or say, oh, what was that? What were you saying? Just completely ignoring what I was saying. It's like, how long can you let that go on? How long can you let that go on? And it eats away at you. It eats away at you. It really eats away at you, because in one sense, it's like, it's painful for the moment to let go of people you care about. It is painful. It is painful. It hurts in the moment. It's like all this that you've built up, the relationship you built up, it's gone. It may be quick, it may be over time, but gradually you just stop talking to them. You just stop talking to them and don't interact no more. Life goes on. And on the other side, it's like just staying in a place that is no longer suited for you. It is no longer right for you to stay there. And it may be at a point where you're not even welcome there for who you are, who you make yourself out to be. Because I know for a fact, if I was in a spot where it was just negativity, just gossip, just bad-mouthing others, talking behind people's backs, I'd feel uncomfortable. I wouldn't feel right. I literally would not want to be there no more. No longer. No more. I'd feel so out of touch. I'd feel so distant. And that's another thing too, is like the distance that gets created from just living your own life, doing your own things. Because not everyone can stay in your life. Some people may stay in your life because you guys have the same visions and goals and you can help each other. But for a lot of times, it's like you each have your own lives, your own roles to fulfill, your own duties to do. And by all means, do it. Do what you have to. I have to do what I gotta do. So who am I to stop you? And who are you to stop me? We should be just okay with it. Okay with the fact that we are no longer connected in that way. I no longer see you as often as I used to. And that's the thing, it's like your presence is no longer there. You are no longer with them, sharing that time, energy, even in just like relationships. It's like I just know it's like, thank you for getting me as far as I have. Thank you for being there for who I was at that time. But I am no longer there, and if you don't accept me, then we have to let it be. We have to let it go at that point. That's how it is. And it may seem harsh, because it really is. It's a little harsh. But there is a lot more. There's a lot more for us. And even so, I feel like in that sort of solitude, in that sort of loneliness, just being alone is the right word. Just being alone, you realize like what it is that you want in your own thoughts. And sometimes people may not agree. People may doubt your ability. And sure, they may say all these things about you, but will you continue to do it? Will you continue to keep going? Just push past the limits that you've set for yourself and people have set for you. And there's that separation in it. There's that separation that we are no longer in the same state of mind, in the same area. We no longer want the same life. That's what it mainly comes down to. We no longer want the same life. I no longer want the same experiences to happen. I no longer want to be in that same life day to day, living every single day, and it feels suffocating. I don't want to live like that no more. So say I've changed, say it. I know I have. I know I've changed. I know I switched up. I had to switch up, because if not, I was going to be draining myself. I was going to be tired. I was going to be tired of life. I'd be tired of being with myself, being in that energy, being in that space. And by energy, I mean just giving my time and attention to that, which I don't really care about anymore as I used to. Like my vision is on something else completely different. And hopefully, they have their vision set on something too. And I wish them the best on that. I wish them nothing but the best. Wish them nothing but love, positivity, prosperity, joy, all those sorts of amazing feelings in their own life. And even for those who are not open enough to see that change is good, I hope they become willing and understanding of it. I know sometimes that may not happen. I know sometimes that may not happen, where they can't see and understand that change is necessary. Change is necessary, especially when you're unhappy. Being unhappy, it was suffocating. I was drowning in thoughts. I was drowning in my own self-misery. And I no longer want to live like that. So I just spoke to myself. I was just thinking, just allowing myself to see where my own thoughts, my own passions took me. And it put me on a separate path. And with that, a lot more changed. Not even just the actions I was doing, but the whole attitude, the whole life I was creating for myself changed. And you don't even want to just be in the same space as some people. You're constant yelling, bickering, arguing. And it's like, I don't want to do that. I don't. And I don't even want people to just say I can't do something. Because I'll prove you wrong. I'll prove you wrong if I have to. And I'll prove myself right above all. But even so, it's like when I just started talking less and less to people I used to be so close to. Because in high school, I would say I was relatively well known. Just had a lot of acquaintances, had a big friend group. And I was happy always just talking to them. I was happy, you know. But it came to a point where it was like, I was happy when I was with them, but when I was by myself, I'd be suffering in my thoughts. I'd sit there just contemplating life. Where am I going? Why am I here? Why am I here? What is my purpose? All these questions started to appear that I never took the time to ask. And it hurt trying to figure out the truth. Because there was just a lot that I had to get past. There was a lot I had to accept and say, okay, you know, that was what once was, but it's not what I want in the future. I don't want to live this repeated cycle. I don't want to just go to work, come back, just be on my phone. It was unfulfilling. It was so unfulfilling. And I started to change for myself because I didn't want to be there no more. I quite literally did not want to be there no more. So I changed. You can change if you need to. And you sort of build a momentum. And I'm just building momentum too. I'm still living life. I'm still figuring more and more out every single day. And now there's always a question in my thoughts like, I wonder what people think about me now. I wonder how much has changed. Just because before I never kept track. Before I never kept track of who I was, how I was, what I did, what I was thinking. And even so, it's like I wouldn't really express my thoughts like that. I wasn't really vulnerable like that as I am now. Because look, I'm here just recording a video, expressing my thoughts. And this is what it is. This is how it is. This is what I want. That's what it is. And being honest, that is a loud truck. That is a loud truck. And if you're wondering why, it's like, I just got off work. It's about 11:30, probably around now. It's around 11:30. But I just felt an urge just to create a video, just to talk, just to say, you know, change may be necessary. Change is necessary. And people who say you've changed, good. You better be changed for the better. Better be changed in a positive way, because guess what? If it's people you're close to, you love and care for, and you still choose for them to remain in your life, it's like, on one level, it's like, I'm doing this for me, but on another level, it's like, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you. And I'm doing this for you watching. I'm recording these videos, sharing my own experiences. Hopefully something resonates with you. And that's what it is. This is what makes me feel most peaceful, the most happy, the most calm and relaxed, and just so fulfilled. That's what it is. And this is, I guess, in a way, just showing you that you can change, you know? Live your own life how you want. And it's okay if people just come and go in your life. It's okay. People have came and gone in my life and will continue to do so. It's all a part of life, because life keeps going. Life keeps going, whether you're doing nothing or whether you're being productive or unproductive. Life keeps going, you know? And it feels so crazy now. It's like, it feels so absurd, you know, just looking at it how it is. It's like, I'm glad I was able to understand it, be able to change, be able to see things in a new light. And yeah, honestly, it's okay to change. It's okay. People may resent you for that because you are no longer in the same spot as them. You are no longer in that same frame of mind. You are no longer in that same area as they are. And that's okay. Even if they're being productive in their own way. You're going your own separate paths, your own separate lives. You start talking less and less, and boom, one day it's just over. Just no longer communicating, no longer talking. That's okay. Because you'll keep going. You'll keep going. You'll continue to meet new people. And maybe along the way, you'll find someone who sticks around, you know, who has the same sort of passion for life as you do, who just helps you see life just, you know, in a more positive light, more than it already is, who makes life that much more great, that much more amazing, that much more joyful and lovely. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Yeah, and being honest, I will continue to change. You will continue to change as we do. And it's okay. Take that step. Just make the change for yourself. And that's okay. It's perfectly fine that you want more for yourself, or that you want something different. You want a different life. You envision a different life for yourself. That's amazing if it's something greater. But, you know, this is just speaking from my own head, as I was just at work, so deep in thought. There was like 4 video ideas I came up with. I wrote them down, and then this also came up. But this is all just for you and for me. In a way, for me, just to live out a passion of mine of just, I guess, helping people. That's something I'm passionate about, helping people. And in this way, whoever it may reach, if it reaches you, as you are here, you are watching, thank you. For those who aren't even here, thank you. As we're all given a voice, we're all given a chance to express ourselves for what makes us happy. And mine just happened to be helping people. And genuinely, I'm trying to think of something I want for you guys. You know, what do you want to hear about? What do you want to hear my thoughts on? Because for the most part, I've always done just based off whatever pops in my mind, just off the feeling. But I want to hear your own inputs, your own thoughts of what you'd like me to talk about, because I'm open to it. And if you have a different view on what I say about it, by all means share it. I'm open to whatever it may be, different viewpoints, criticisms, or anything. But love you always and forever, dreamers turning dreams into reality.